The court is minded to sentence the convicts to death due to the atrocity he committed. The convict has not shown any remorse whatever for his actions. He remained arrogant, cocky, and full of himself without realizing the magnitude of his crime and the effect of what he has done against his people, or representative representing the constituency of the convicts. Although I'm not really persuaded, but I must temper justice with mercy. The court is moved by chapter 23, verse 23 of Matthew, in the book of Matthew, to the fact that, "Who unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and has omitted the weightier matter of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. This you ought to have done." Particularly, and must notice the word in Matthew 23 and verse 23, the word mercy. Our Lord himself is merciful. No matter what we do, he is a merciful God. It is on that note that the court will follow this above admonition of Jesus Christ in the opposed passage and show mercy to the convicts. In addition, the death penalty globally is now being frowned upon by the international community. Consequently, and in the interest of justice, I hereby sentence the convicts to life imprisonment for the said counts 1, 4, 5, and 6 instead of death sentence. Life is sacred to God. With respect to count 3, he is hereby sentenced to 20 years imprisonment without no option or fine. For count 7, he is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment without no option or fine. To extend the mercy, I hereby order that the sentence shall run concurrently. And due to the nature of the offenses that borders on terrorism and the attitude, violent nature of the defendants, that I have taken judicial notice. The last adjourned date, he was so unruly and expressed violence, even was about to beat the security officers here. This morning, he repeated same. That has been his trait, his attitude. So I have no hesitation in coming to the conclusion that convicts has the tendency of violence. The tendency of violence has not left him. It is based on this that he must be kept in facility that is suitable for his custody, as putting him in Kuje Correctional Center may not be appropriate. And also, I take judicial notice and that for conclusion of the judgment and from the exhibits that I've analyzed in my judgment. Substantially, the convicts made use of computer devices like phones in making broadcasts to incite and call for all these atrocities. It is based on that without hesitation, I agree with the counsel to the prosecution that the convicts must not be allowed near any digital device, and if he must be closely monitored by the Office of the National Security Advisor. And also, with the atrocities, the number of killings, and the effect of the acts of the convicts on the people of Southeast, I think it deserved protective custody. Due to this offense, I ordered that the convicts be kept in protective custody in any custodial center in any part of the country. And also, the objects of crime in respect of Count 7 that has to do with the transmitter. The transmitter is hereby forfeited to the federal government. Thank you.
Thank you.
And regards other exhibits, if at the expiration of the 90 days, the statutory time for appeal, if there is no appeal, an application may be brought for necessary consequential order. Yes, thank you.
Let me again, on behalf of the people of Nigeria, thank the judiciary for this development. It is now clear that law has its consequences, and anybody who breaks the law must be ready to face the consequences. And besides, law must be obeyed for the peace of the society. Law and judicial institutions must be respected to avoid anarchy and lawlessness. I want to thank you again on behalf of the people of Nigeria, the judiciary, for this judgment. I hope and pray that many others will still learn from this decision, and I pray also that the Lord will give you health, strength, and advancement in your career. My Lord, 9 months have been very challenging. I'm grateful to your Lordship.
Thank you.
We're on this side.
Once again, in the next 15 minutes, you can collect the certified copy of the judgments. Thank you. All right.
My name is Right Honorable Obi Agocha. I represent the good people of Iguano, Umuahia North, and Umuahia South Federal Constituency in the 10th National Assembly. My Lord, I am the direct representative of Nnamdi Kanu. That's why you see me here almost every time, showing presence and also showing solidarity with him. The matter has come to a closure for now. I'm not his lawyer. I wouldn't know whether they will seek appeal. But for now, the Lord, he's my brother. He's my friend. I went to school with him. We attended primary and secondary school together, though he was my junior. But it is my responsibility and obligation as a member of the National Assembly to represent him as well. The Lord, I plead for mercy, I plead for clemency, and I appeal for peace and for stability of not just the Southeast, but as well as Nigeria. Like the prosecutor said, Nigeria is bleeding over the last few days, and we must bring some of these issues to bear and to understand how to find common solutions to our common problem of terrorism. I also wish to appeal to the prosecution team that it is being done to Nnamdi Kanu. The other people out there are also doing more worse than him.
Please,
sorry, sir.
I asked for a locutor.
Yes, sir.
Please, don't
so, I apologize, sir. So I want the court to take judicial notice of that this trial has gone on for almost 10 years. Nnamdi Kanu is almost 56 or 57 years old now. He has been absent in his family life, his children, his community, his family. So I plead for the Lord to show mercy, to temper justice with mercy. And as we move forward, it shall be great for our country. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm a friend of the court, having come from the other side of the government. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to address the court. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I will consider all this, and I will rise and come back by 10 minutes to 4. You may go and come back 10 minutes to 4 for the sentencing. I will rise and come back. On the count charge, which with DOS. Defendant. 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 Can you listen to the court? Can you listen to the court?
I need to find my family with my this is the Constitution.
I appeal to you to comport yourself. This temple of justice.
You are not the best. You are best. This is not law. You are best. It's not law.
Please, I beg you to comport yourself.
My Lord, this is not law. Show me where it says you can wait my right to
Beg you to comport yourself.
Show me where it says you can wait my right to family with my best.
You
Show me.
in the
My
name.
Lord, you are conducting the best for them. You are wearing the best for them. Let them show me the Constitution. Show me where it says you can wait my right to family with my best.
You have the right to appeal after my.
No, no. This is the perversion of the court of justice. This is not law.
Can you excuse me?
My Lord, I cannot excuse.
Let him take out.
It's not possible. It is not possible. My Lord,
Take him.
you must show me what the Constitution says. You have the right to work my best. You must show me.
Excuse him.
Show me. Show me where it says so. Show me. Show me where it says so.
Excuse him at.
Is that how you talk to the camera? Is that how you talk to them?
Please,
You don't think they're speaking before the person today?
please.
Show me where it says you can find me on the state law. Show me.
Please get the microphone from him, please.
I said, show me. Show me.
Excuse me.
Show me.
Get the microphone from him.
No, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. I said, leave it. This is a court of law. I'm under trial. I'm under trial. I have to speak. I'm under trial and I have to speak. Listen to me. Listen to me, please. I'm under trial. I'm under trial.
Please use the
I'm
microphone.
under trial. And I'm Wait. No, listen to me. Please. The judge must listen to me. No. Wait. Wait. I'm asking a very simple question. No. Wait. Please. Look, this is Supreme Court. Wait, hold on. This is Supreme Court here. Hold on a second. I said, hold on. Let me please your lordship.
Please.
May I refer your lordship to section 266 of AGA? It's not court of law. What you're doing is not law.
Please.
You don't know the law.
Please.
Show me. I said, show me. When you have the right to go to my right to handle address, show me. It's what the Constitution says. Show me.
Well, I will rise and come back.
You cannot show me.
Can you please
You cannot
take him
show me.
out?
Because no,
I will come
no.
back.
You can't show me.
I rise.
Wait, hold on.
I'll come back in 5 minutes.
Don't do that. Show me where it says you can break my right. Show me the place I'm asking you. Show me. Which law says you can find me an unwritten law? Show me. You cannot show me. I'm a judge. You can't be a judge. You don't know law. You don't know law. Nonsense. Where is the family address? Where is it? Which law gave you the right to go to my family address? Which law gave you the right? You will make a try this. You want to tell me the place I try with me. You want. What's this one doing here? What are you 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 doing here? Ask me what are you doing here? This is idiot attacking me. This is the fool attacking me. That's idiot attacking me. That's the fool. Don't touch me. Don't push me. I'm going. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Don't. Mad people. You don't know law. Show me where it says you can wear my right one like this. Show me the law. Show me the law. Omotosho, show me the law. You don't know law. They are devoting you. They are nothing rubbish. Show me the law. One address, affidavit. You say you were giving their job for them. I'm going to punish you. Now and forever. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment given in this court is rubbish. Ask him where is the law. Ask for Omotosho, where is the law? Where is the law? Settle down. Please settle down. Yes.
Anybody is free to come and get a certified 2 copy of the judgments.
As the court pleases,
When I get to the chambers, the next 30 minutes, it will be signed.
Thank you, my lord. May I invite your lordship's attention to the title of this case. It is Federal Republic of Nigeria Lord, the people, 200 million people of Federal Republic of Nigeria have brought Nnamdi Kanu before this court for acts of terrorism. And my lord, in the last few weeks or last few days, Nigeria has been a season of victims of victims of terrorism. But my lord, this afternoon, this honorable court delivered its judgment in which the convict Nnamdi Kanu was found guilty and convicted of offenses under Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. He has accordingly been convicted and it is now to be sentenced. My lord, the prosecutor has a duty to invite your lordship's attention to a few points that will guide your lordship in the sentencing. My lord, by the judgment just delivered, this court has again affirmed the long-standing principle that whenever Nigeria as a nation is confronted with moments, actions, and events that pose grave danger to its existence, independence, and unity, the judiciary stands firm at the stabilizing force of the country, guided by the wisdom, courage, and integrity of judges who serve within that arm of government. Terrorism, my lord, remains one of the gravest threats to humanity. It is among the most devastating of atrocities in human history. As the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, the convict, through his broadcast on Radio Biafra and through the group Armed Wing, the Eastern Security Network, repeatedly attacked Nigeria and took active steps to desegregate the country. By the conviction of Nnamdi Kanu for acts of terrorism, it is clear that justice has been served to the thousands of innocent Nigerians who lost their lives as a result of the inciting broadcast and violent activities of Eastern Security Network. The blood of those who have died cries to heaven, and God in his mercies has given them justice. Justice has honored their cry. The families of more than 75 security officers who were murdered in the service of their fatherland will now find some comfort in this conviction. Those whose relatives were brutally killed and buried with counsel of the order of the convict here have not died in vain because justice has been done. My lord, the record before this court are replete with the losses suffered by citizens of Nigeria residing in the interstates of the Federation, citizens who, through no fault of their own, were forced to live in fear, had their businesses destroyed, and were reduced to paupers as a result of sit-at-home orders issued by the convict and violently enforced by the commanders of ESN. Justice has today set them free from oppression and economic strangulation caused by the terrorist activities of the convict. The convict now knows that the law is greater than any individual. Therefore, justice has been done to him too, and that Nigeria has both the power and the capacity to punish anyone who, through deliberate, reckless acts of terrorism, seeks to divide the country by attempting to create the so-called Republic of Biafra by force out of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. My Lord, consequent upon the conviction, as nothing further remains but the lawful imposition of sentence, the punishment prescribed for the offenses in counts 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 is death penalty. Pursuant to Section 1(2)(h) of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013. My Lord, with all sense of humility, I say, sir, as a prosecutor, that this court has no discretion in that regard, and that the only sentence that your Lordship will impose for counts 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 is death sentence. This court has the power to do so, and with respect must do so. The language of the act is clear, and the court is urged to apply it strictly without deviation. For the offense under count 3, relating to membership of IPOB, a proscribed terrorist organization, the punishment is imprisonment for a term of not less than 20 years, in accordance with Section 16(3) of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013. We urge your Lordship, in accordance with death sentence, to also pronounce and impose the sentence as prescribed by law, having found him guilty and convicted. For the offense under count 7, the punishment is 5 years imprisonment without the option of a fine, pursuant to Section 46 and 47 of the Custom and Excise Management Act, Cap C 45 Laws of Federation. In sentencing, this honorable court is obliged to consider the nature and gravity of the acts of terrorism committed by the convict. It was against the acts of terrorism were against innocent Nigerians who reside in the southeastern states. It is also a terrorism act against Nigeria, whereby nobody felt safe and secure in Nigeria, having regard to the activities of IPOB and ESN. The court is urged to note that the company has shown neither remorse nor penitence for the innocent Nigerians who died as a result of his directives and incitement. He has demonstrated no respect for the administration of justice. His conduct, even within the court, has been marked by arrogance and a heart far removed from humility. When he was going out, he looked at me and said, God will bless me. He won't say God will punish me. He said, God will bless me. And I say, amen. Because I'm a blessed man. It is not him, a convict, who can now put a curse on me. He cannot do that. So in any event, my Lord, I'm not being personal, but I want to assure you that somebody in that position ought to show some penitence, ought to show some remorse, ought to throw away arrogance and self-serving attitudes. The court is further urged to take judicial notice of the fact that the convict established Radio Biafra, a broadcasting platform operating on several digital channels, including mobile radio, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, blogs, and Instagram. It is a station media through which the offenses were committed by making orders that prevent the commission of similar.
Certainly, my Lord, and I'm most grateful. My point is a very simple one, my Lord. Very, very simple. My charge sheet, as presently constituted, does not reveal or disclose any written law in Nigeria as at this very morning.
Thank you.
It doesn't exist, my Lord. And very finally, I think it is very, very important that I allude to what my lords...
Please, defendants, at this point, you won't go and make references. I just ask you to reply on point of law.
It is, my lord. I'm trying to explain exactly what the point of law is all about. We respect what you have just said.
Yes, let me hear the point of law.
My lord, I cite Eze v.
I'm coming. Consultants, you may guide him properly. Thank you. Let the consultant sit with his client. Or do we have all the consultants? Do they want to sit with their clients? Okay, let me see. Are you here? Mandela, you are here. Okpara is okay. Where are the others? Ejiofor? Where are the others? Yes. You just have 2 minutes for this.
Don't push me. I'm telling you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Smart people. You don't know law. Show me where it says you can work my right address. Show me the law. Show me the law. Omotosho, show me the law. You don't know law. They are voting you. You're acting rubbish. Show me the law. On address, you say you can bring their job for them. God will punish you. Now and forever. Criminals. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment given in this court is rubbish. Ask him where is the law. Ask Omotosho, where is the law? Where is the law? Don't touch me, don't push me. I'm telling you, don't touch me, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Smart people. You don't know law. Show me where it says you can work my right address. Show me the law. Show me the law. Omotosho, show me the law. You don't know law. They are voting you. You're acting rubbish. Show me the law. On address, you say you can bring their job for them. God will punish you. Now and forever. Criminals. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment given in this court is rubbish. Ask him where is the law. Ask Omotosho, where is the law? Where is the law? Where is the family address? Where is it? Which law gave you the right to give my family address? Which law gave you the right? If you talk about this, nonsense. And you want to try this? And you want to try with me? You want?
Well, we have made it very clear that this trial in the first place was unnecessary. Nigeria is wasting its time on a trial that will take Nigeria nowhere, particularly at the time Nigeria is facing serious security challenges. That's what we should be focusing on. It's how to retrieve the body of the Brigadier General that was killed, if they have not. It is how to save the 35 Muslim girls that were abducted from a high school, 25 of them. It's how to save 35 Christians who were attacked and abducted live. And that's what Nigeria should concern itself with, not a flimsy, frivolous trial to jail somebody whose only crime is asking for justice, in my view. I was watching part of it because I was in court for a different matter. And when they were describing the evidence they have, I was expecting them to say that they found him with an RPG. No. The only evidence they found in his room was a microphone. And then the biggest weapon was a radio transmitter. I have never heard that before, that a country will waste 10 years to prosecute somebody whose only weapon is a radio transmitter and a microphone. They also found underwear. The rest is hearsay, including, they presented, by the way, an interview from Sahara reporters. Should anybody be jailed for being interviewed by Sahara reporters? They kept mentioning it, interview Sahara reporters. So if somebody did an interview with CNN now, does that mean the person should be jailed? And I'm aware that they are still reading the judgment. Laboriously, you could tell that the judge is struggling. Laboriously. I'm just hoping that between the time they present the case and the time the judgment will be delivered, that common sense will prevail. And Kanu will be allowed to rejoin his family. And Nigeria, hopefully, will start facing its real challenges, of which Nnamdi Kanu is not one of them. Thank you very much.
Kanu's brother has alleged that the Yorubas actually hate the Igbos with what's happening in court.
There's always excuse. And the Nigerian state manufactures hatred of ethnic groups against themselves. But ask yourself, was it a Yoruba man was it an Igbo man that jailed Awolowo? It was a Yoruba man. Abi? When I was arrested by DSS in 2019, all the guys who came to abduct me, one of them was Ijo, another one was speaking Yoruba. The fact that you speak Yoruba doesn't mean you are Yoruba. But all the guys that were in charge of my detention, they were Yoruba people. So when they want to use you against yourselves, it is then that I start telling you the judge is Yoruba, this thing. But when it comes to stealing Nigeria's money and wealth, sharing among themselves, there is no religion, there is no tribe. But when it is to pitch yourself against yourselves, of course, you might say that the preponderance of commentary is coming mostly from some of the Yorubas. But that doesn't mean that the Yorubas are in support of injustice. Even if you look at the history of the Yorubas, politically, they have never supported one political person wholeheartedly. There was Awolowo, there was Akintola, there was Ajashin, there was Omoboriowo, there was Abiola, and some Yorubas didn't support him. Yorubas have always been, just as Igbos are. It's not every Igbo person today that supports even the agitation for Biafra. Does that mean that those people are not Igbos? It's not every Hausa person today that supports blasphemy convictions against some people who are, or even though they are Muslims. So don't let anybody use that to divide you. The person who is president of Nigeria today is a Yoruba man whose only campaign buzzword is Emilokon, is my turn. He didn't say that it's the turn of the Yorubas. And go and ask the Yorubas under this regime what they are going through. That is what the Yorubas call Enikon Loba. Now the person where you touch, now they feel is different from Emilokon. So you cannot be blaming, because before you know it now, Yorubas will start killing Igbos. Igbo will be killing Yorubas again, based on the misconception that the innocent, hungry Yoruba person is somehow or somewhat complicit in the nonsense that is happening against an Igbo man who is fighting for justice. Let's be careful about that, not to create that ethnic division any further. That's how they got us here.
How do you foresee a breakdown of law and order, especially in the southeast after this judgment?
There's a breakdown of law and order in Nigeria already. Any country where a brigadier general can be abducted and killed, even when he fought himself, cannot be rescued, there's a breakdown of law and order. You see, there are two places to find order in the world. I mean, beyond. They said there's order in heaven and there's order in hell. The difference is that the first order and the first law in heaven is order. The last law in hell is order. Nigeria has become hell. Well, the last law is order. So there's no breakdown of law and order that can happen. But I know them. They can go and manufacture another breakdown of law and order. Even those of us who were peacefully protesting in this Abuja for Nnamdi Kanu, they claimed that we wanted to burn down the country. I spent 4 days in Kuje prison just because I said free Nnamdi Kanu. When I went to Lagos after that, they declared me wanted for fighting for Yoruba people whose houses they are demolishing. So when they create a narrative for you to fall for, be careful. So that you won't start killing and fighting the same poor people. Some of them don't even know about this trial because they are hustling to get food on their table maybe once or twice a day. So that is why I keep saying that the country needs a revolution. I don't have any doubt about it. Thank you.
The world. Where is it in the world which was better than Nigeria? They couldn't establish that. Now, a few days ago, the prosecution came back and said, oh, you made a broadcast in Nigeria. Where is it made exactly? He must have to tell the court. But they are unable to provide all these informations because they don't have any. Also bear in mind that the witnesses they showcase in court, they are mercenaries. They are mercenaries. And that is why we have filed for perjury today at the magistrate court in which they're here. So for how long would this evil keep going? Go everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. Terrorists are killing people. Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kill anyone? The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an attack against the Igbos and the innocent people of this country. Those who believe in fairness and equity should rise up now and not tomorrow. I speak against it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You just heard from the brother of Nnamdi Kanu.
Of defending himself, like cross-examining the witnesses. He did. But when you now ask somebody to defend something that does not exist, he will tell you that there is nothing to defend there. I think that is the message Nnamdi Kanu is trying to pass. The point is that for the judiciary, they felt they have a right as a judge because the final say lies on the table of the judge. So you can say whatever you like. That's what is happening now. And that is what we've been witnessing in this country for some time now. Okay, the judges are abusing their rights. The judiciary is abusing the law itself. You can't make a law and go against your law. Now, you use one judgment for a particular person and use another. You are messing the judicial system. So that's what Nnamdi Kanu is protecting, because it's like he is helpless. So the only thing he can, what he's saying, allow me move my final address. That it is his right. That's the outburst. Because when they say there's an outburst, what is the outburst? The outburst is that, allow me, it is my fundamental human right. It is my fundamental human right that I move my final address. That is the outburst. And the judge is saying no. Now, what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to say is that the fact that you are a judge does not give you the right to go against the law that put you there. The judges, even though you are a judge and in any court you sit, you have the final say. But something gave you the power to have that final say. You cannot go against the law that gave you the power to sit in a court and pass judgment. So that's the outburst. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is challenging right now.
Is this a tribal issue? Because Kanu's brother is saying the Yorubas are against the Igbo.
Exactly. In fact, I made mention it in court. It's like the Yoruba nation and the Igbo nation are at war with each other. If you look at what is happening, you look at a government that will engage terrorists, the original terrorists that have killed before, and they say that they are now repentant. I mean, terrorists that will come out in broad daylight and claim responsibility for deaths. And they say they have forgiven them. Now, to worsen the whole thing, they say they have rehabilitated them and poured them into the Nigerian military. And how can the insecurity stop? Now, Nnamdi Kanu, go and listen to all the broadcasts of Nnamdi Kanu from 2014 till now. Everything that young man said is happening now. It's like they have a pre-information of what is going to happen, and they were just giving it out. Now, what is the charges, the terrorism charges that are carrying out against Nnamdi Kanu? Kanu told people, number one, during the NSAS, when the militaries were shooting at people at a toll gate, he said, defend yourself. He is not the first person that has said something like that. So the terrorism, he is a terrorist because he said, people, if the militaries are shooting at you, find a way and defend yourself and kill them too. That is the basis of the terrorism. Now, but people that have carried out terrorism, killed, like the general that was killed, somebody has taken responsibility. IPOP have never taken responsibility for any crime. In fact, what they keep saying is that we are not responsible. Nigerian security, do your job. In fact, they went as far as, in order to blackmail IPOP, did you know that the federal government engaged a Muslim jihadist in the person of Asede Kipo to go and guide Southeast? Did you know that the federal they broke a jail in Imo State, carried all the criminals, handed them over to Asede Kipo? He recruited them and poured them in Imo State. Did you know that the Bubago outfit is the outfit that the federal government used to carry out jihad in Imo State? And now what they were doing is that when they caged the media in Imo State, because when I confronted the media, why don't you report what is happening? They said they are caged, that they will only wait until the police release their report. It is based on the police report that they will write their own report. They caged it. They will perpetrate this act. The next thing you will hear is IPOP. Now, who are these IPOP? You say IPOP. IPOP say it is not us. Why don't you take time and investigate? It never happened. Do you know that in the East today, if anybody killed, they don't carry out investigation? So all they did is to do that to set Nnamdi Kanu up to kill him. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is the only one man after Otuku that Igbos are rallying around, have seen as a leader. So they don't want that to happen. And well, we don't know what they plan to do, but we are watching. We know what they want to do.
Your name, ma'am?
My name is Lolo Nneka Chimeze. I'm the president of Igbo Women Assembly.